Every time I try to plan or think too much about what I'm gonna say, it doesn't come out, so I'm just gonna freestyle. Take a breath with me if you are open to receiving this message. The information I'm about to share comes from myself, Azul. Comes from the energy I channel, 4747 Sol. From my ancestors, my spirit guides, my higher self, the Akasha, what's in my soul, basically. I know, I sense, I feel that times things are challenging right now. There is a lot of messaging telling anybody who's basically not white and cishet, telling everybody else that our existence isn't real, that our existence isn't right, that our existence isn't legal. And I know that some of us are taking that to heart, and with reason. How dare they think that they have a say, that they are the voice of reason, that they get to determine what's real and what's not. How dare they? But they did, after all, create this ontology, this representation of what is real or not in this society. So of course they want to extend that towards us as well. I invite you to take another breath with me and feel your heart beating. Feel that expansive energy within you. You are not just a human on earth. That's what we present as, that's what we feel like, of course. I want to share an Akashic perspective with you. We are in a physical human body, going on about life, embodying certain identities, certain forms of expression that have been labeled with certain terms in this realm, in this world, in this timeline, this dimension, this existence. For example, I, Azul, identify with the terms queer, non-binary, a person who's reconnecting to their indigenous identity, a death worker, a somatic practitioner, an Akashic practitioner, a dancer, a lover, a friend, a facilitator, an artist. Those and many other terms feel affirming to me, and that's what I am embodying and expressing in this lifetime as me, as Azul, with this body, with this existence, this physical reality, this physical expression. But I have a soul, and you have a soul within you that is way more than that. And that soul is not bound by any laws that have been created in this existence. And I invite you to think of it even in just the physical reality. These laws, these ways of being have not been existing for more than about, give or take, 500 to 600 years. After colonization, everything changed. But if you look at the vastness of the universe as the vastness of Earth itself and the vastness of the existence of humans, That is not that long of a time. This is very new to our human psyche to believe certain things. To be impacted, be conditioned by coloniality, to fall into the false illusion of the American dream, of the illusion of powerlessness, that we are powerless compared to them, that they have the power because they have the privilege and they have the money, and we don't have that, so we're not powerful. That illusion that has kept us working for them, being pawns in their sick, messed up, twisted games. As they get richer and richer, and as they abuse us and our planet, we're more than just workers. We came here to do more than just survive. Our bodies, our minds have been conditioned in this way, but we can break through the conditioning. I invite us to tap into that essence, the knowledge, the wisdom of our souls, because our souls are not bound, are not limited. By these restrictions, by this oppression, by this abuse. Our souls are eternal, our souls are indestructible, our souls are experiencing multiple lives at the same time, and we can gain wisdom for those lives. It might make more sense for a human mind to think of it of past life, future's life, but in reality, time is not linear. These are parallel lives. And our soul is experiencing all of them, learning from all of them at the same time. My soul is having fun, experiencing what it's like to be queer in a society that thinks negatively, poorly of that wants to erase those words and our existence. My soul is really growing, learning from taking up space anyway, from loving who I love, being who I am anyway. I don't give a fuck about the government having me on their fucking website. I don't care. I don't need the government's approval. I don't need them to validate my experience. I can get validation from nature, from the ever-transformative, genderless expression of nature. I can get it from my queer people, my trans people, my trans ancestors, my queer ancestors. I know and feel that it's like all these horrible things are coming to the surface and they feel ever more present. The hate, the oppression, the racism, the homophobia, the transphobia. But it's not like they didn't exist already. And it might feel that way, that they're just all these people who think in these harmful ways, that they're being celebrated and emboldened and encouraged to keep being this way. But they've always been like that. The ones that already believe that were already being that way. And yes, everything's coming to the surface, but it's not coming to the surface for no reason. We can make something out of this. It's all coming to the surface to die, to be ended with. If we don't know what we have, if we don't know what's present, it's harder to tend to it. It's harder to fight it. It's harder to eradicate it, to get rid of it, to cleanse it, to release it when it's suppressed. I don't appreciate that this is where we're at in our human existence, in our world, at all. It frustrates me, it saddens me that we got here. That we're simply just trying to survive, just trying to have a life where we can love, where we can rest, where we can eat yummy foods, where we can make love, where we can make art. And look at all the hate we're getting for it, where we just want to be ourselves, and look at all the people pressed about it. And I invite us to release, to express the emotions that come from that. It helps me to look at it in this way, that it's all here now. Now we can take stock of who's really supporting us and who's not, of who's really about collective liberation and who's not at all, or who's maybe getting there and they might just need a little guidance. They're going to continue to take resources away. This is sadly only the beginning. I hope this invites us to create our own supports and to highlight the supports that already exist that don't come with harm at the same time. There are a lot of government aids, nonprofit aids, that have helped people survive in this capitalistic society. But it's been something that's twofold. People wouldn't need food stamps if they, in the first place, had access to healthy foods that maybe they're growing, their neighbors are growing, had access to a form of energy exchange, whether monetary or otherwise, that is able to sustain them. They wouldn't need that from the government if we got it from each other, if we got it from us, and they wouldn't need that from the government if we didn't live in this capitalistic society that exploits us, that overworks us to their benefit. We wouldn't need that. We wouldn't need so many things that they created to supposedly help us. They haven't created this mess in the first place. And it's like with all these aids, we have falling into the illusion, falling into the trap. This unhealthy relationship of looking up to them while they harm us. Oh, but they gave us this. Oh, but they gave us that. Yeah, we deserve that and more. We deserve that and more, and we deserve help without harm. We deserve help that's not just randomly gonna be taken away one day depending on how they feel. Just messing with us, playing with our minds, playing with our security, with our safety, with our livelihood. We need to continue to learn to rely on each other, to learn that that doesn't make us weak, inferior. This is the way of existence, of human nature that has already existed, and we can bring it back. Turn to your ancestors. Turn to your community. Turn to nature. There are multitudes of beings, human and otherwise, that want to help you. Cry all you want. Break things. Express those emotions. Be enraged, be shocked. Move through those emotions. Then when you feel more grounded, look around. See in what ways you can take action to help yourself, and if you have capacity, to help others. Every action counts, every form of care counts. We all have medicine to share with each other, whether that's through the form of our words, through the form of our support, through the form of our art, music, food, guidance. And we need just that. We need each other's support, we need each other's medicine, skills, blessings, love. Whatever you got used to getting from the government, whatever you got used to getting from them, open up to the possibility of still receiving it, but no longer from them. Open up to the possibility of receiving it from people around you. We are expressions of God. The blessings that we receive, the miracles, the magic often comes through each other. Through the song of a bird, through a synchronicity of numbers, through an affirmation, a coincidental conversation that you had with someone and then you happen to see the same thing, the same day, again and again. Those wings from the universe telling you that everything's going to be okay. You can always come back to a state of safety through supportive practices like breathing, chanting, singing, any form of movement. Walking, moving your hands, connecting to the movement that your breath is already doing in your body. Meditation, visualization. Cleansing when you take a shower, when you wash your hands. Spending time in nature, spending time with people who inspire you. Not everything is lost. What we're losing anyways was harming us at the same time. And we don't need that. We are going to make it to the other side, to collective liberation. I invite you to look around and notice where collective liberation is already here. Who's already embodying that energy? What individual, group, collective? Where and how in yourself are you embodying that sense of liberation, of power? I, Azul, and all the other beings of love, of God, of the universe, of nature, that express themselves through me, send you so much love. I hope you can feel it. Send you an energetic hug. Thank you for listening to this. Let's end with a couple breaths. One more. I can't believe I spoke for 20 minutes. See, I knew I had things to say. I just needed to let them flow. Thank you. Take care.